Okay, so if you're gonna learn to start scripting, what you need to do is you need to click create and then create new experience. Okay, and then it should open this. It's not gonna open that. And then you click whatever you want to do. We're gonna click faceplate now. Okay. And then you want to go to the view tab up here. You should see this bar. Click the Explorer, click Properties, click Output. Yeah, that's it. So then you're gonna go back to the Home tab, and you're gonna click Part. Now what that's gonna do is it's gonna add a part to the workspace. Okay. So the properties shows the properties of the part. Like if I were to change the color, it would change the color of the part, as you can see. So transparency, just you can see through it and stuff. So you want to turn anchor on, which means if anchored is off, it falls when the game is played, but if anchored is on, it stays. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have anchored on, and I'm just gonna show the back end. Okay. And so let's get into scripting. So you're gonna right click the part which is in the Explorer, and then if you see it like this, you want to click the arrow on the workspace. You're gonna right click the part. You're gonna do insert object, and then if you don't see this, do search script, right? And then so you can get rid of the print thing, or don't get rid of the print thing. Add it back if you deleted it, which is so print brackets then you have to add quotation marks for it to say what you want, and then you can pretty much say anything. So I'm just gonna say subscribe. I thought I spelled it wrong for a minute. Yeah. So if you have the output open, and this could be anywhere you want, but I'd suggest it be in the cart, so it's easier in the future. So let's click run. So what you would see now is you would see it would say in the output. So that's what print does. It's usually used for checking if you made an error in the code. But now let's get to properties. So script, which is the script, dot parent, which is the part. The script is the child of the part, and then dot. And then you see all the properties of the part. So we're just gonna do brick color equals brick color dot let's make it red. Now it's white, you see? If I click run, it's red. Okay. If I were to do script.parent dot position equals, you have to say vector3 dot new. Again, vector3 dot new dot new, right? And then parentheses, and then do the coordinates, which is just, let's say 100, 50, 100, right? And we click run, and it went to those coordinates. We can check right here. Go to the part, position. It's the exact thing we said. So now it's right over here. That is position. Okay. And it's not going to stay there whenever we click stop. Also, to do this, you should have the run button. You should see the play thing. Just click the down arrow with the name in the down arrow, and then click run. It would run the game, and then you would see the run button. But you have to click the home tab to see this. Wrong. Okay. So let's get into more depth about the problems. So anchored equals false. Now what this does is, remember how I showed you anchored, it would make it fall or stay? Changing this to false would just make it fall, but it can't fall while it's on the ground, so we're going to take this position, we're going to do Control C, or just copy like this, right click copy, right? So script dot parent dot position equals vector3 dot plus equals. This is so it keeps the same position, but it's adding another number to it. Vector3 dot new 0 10, or let's do 30 0. So what this is going to do is it's going to make it unanchored, and then it's going to bring it up, and we're going to see it fall. Let's see it. There we go. As you can see, it worked just fine. Now, if you wanted to, let's see, what do we do now? Now, the orientation. The orientation is practically just the rotation of the brick. So, pretty sure it's yeah, it just rotates the brick. So, if you wanted to change the orientation, all you would have to do is script dot parent dot orientation equals vector3 dot new 50 100 120. Let's do that. Make sure you had the vector3 dot new, and then the parentheses, and then the numbers, and then the commas. Make sure that's very important. Now, as you can see, it rotated the part, and the orientation is exactly what we set it to. Okay. So, if you wanted this to be random, actually, we'll get into that in a later video. This is more like the beginner's guide. This get you used with the, so this is the move tool. If you click on something, you can move it, obviously. And scale. This one took me a bit to figure out what it meant, but whenever you start clicking on these and then dragging it around, it starts to make it bigger or smaller. This is what you use to usually build, and then rotate, it does what you would think. If you want to make this stuff move and rotate smoothly, you have to go to the model tab, and then change these to 0. Some people like it like 0.1, which just adds a little bit of movement control, but I like it at 0. Now you can just rotate it freely and move it freely. And Control Z undoes what you just did. And I would be careful, because if you change a script and then forget to change it back, and then you start the game and then stop the game and you press Control Z, it usually does not fix the problem you made. It sticks with it because it forgets what was just executed. So, that's the end of this video, but next video I'll teach you how to do a function.